All right, guys, now we're going to see the mountscapes. The first one is we are here. My opponent starts setting up a choke or he brings his arm down. I do a 2-in-1, grabbing one hand on the triceps and the other hand on the elbow. I don't want to work with my arms crossed, so I always keep my arms parallel. Triceps and elbow, I bring him to me. And now since I trapped his arm, my foot traps his foot. If I'm flexible, I can just use my foot to trap his foot. Or if I'm not that flexible, what you can do is you can put your thigh over the calf and do a little butt scoop, sending your weight over that leg to pin that leg down as well. Now that I trap the arm and pin the leg, I can do the trap and roll escape. The secret here is that I cannot bridge him upwards only, and I can towards my head, and I cannot bridge him sideways only. Here he's moved forward and he doesn't get out of the position. Sideways is really heavy, he won't move. It has to be diagonal. Okay, so when I bridge, I have to bridge him diagonal, forcing him to put the hand on the floor. And then I can roll. Okay, so I trap the arm, trap the leg, and now the roll part. I bridge, forcing him diagonal, and then I start rolling, coming up. The moment I come out, I remove his hand from my neck because I don't want to fall into close guard. And this guy has a hand inside my neck. One more time from the same angle. Here, the hand comes in, trap the elbow, trap the triceps. My leg goes there and trap his leg. Can be with my weight on the calf or the foot on the foot. Bring my feet to my butt so I can do the bridge. And now I bridge him diagonally and roll. Hand off my neck. One more time in the other angle. 2-in-1. I trap his arm to my chest. I can use my foot on his foot, or I can use my thigh on his calf. Either way. Foot on foot is like this. And now I bridge him diagonally for the same side that I have the arm trapped. And then I roll. Bridge diagonally and roll. Hand off my neck. Now we're going to enter another series of escapes from the mount. They all start with an elbow escape. And then after we do the elbow escape, the first one we just escape. And the third and the fourth, my opponent starts giving me reactions, and I use those reactions to keep escaping. The first one is an elbow escape. The moment my opponent lands here on mount, the first thing I have to do is to frame the hips. So I put my hands on the hips, my elbows stay close to my body, and I start doing little bridges to turn sideways to the same side I have my hands. So if I have my hands on the left hip, on the left side of the hip, left side to me, I'm going to start turning to my left side. If my hands are on the right side, I'm going to start turning to the right side. So I have my hands here, and I start bridging and turning sideways. And once I'm sideways with him, my elbow is touching the thigh and the knee. I can perform my elbow escape. I start bringing my knee up, pushing his knee down with my elbow. And once his leg is inside my legs, I start hip escaping, turning to him. And now I am in half guard with an underhook. And I can now do the half guard escapes to recover my guard. Or if I have the underhook, I can start counter-attacking. In the end, it's your choice. If I want to recover the guard, I can come here and frame, step on him, and recover my guard. This guy landed on mount. Immediately, I frame the hips, elbows in, and I start turning sideways. My leg goes there. I start pushing my knee up. My elbow pushes his leg down. And now I start hip escaping, turning to him. If I have the underhook, I can counter-attack. If I don't want to counter-attack and I'm here, let's say he steals the underhook, my elbow can go in, elbow escape, and I can recover close guard. The other angle. To the other side now. This guy landed here, hands on the hip. I frame with my elbows closed. I turn sideways with my elbow in front of his knee to block him. Now I start bringing my knee up, push my elbow down with his knee, and I put his leg inside my legs. Reverse hip escape and turn to him. Once I turn to him, I have an underhook. In case he steals the underhook, I can perform any other half guard escape now. Elbow escape on the other side. And I am in close guard. Now we see with some reactions. I will do the same elbow escape, and my opponent can give me two different reactions. First reaction, I do my elbow escape, start turning left, and my opponent now decided to make this knee really heavy. So I cannot put his legs between my legs. And now he has that foot up in my backside. Once that foot is up, I place both of my arms on him here, and I do a big hip escape, a long hip escape. My objective is to stretch that leg and cause this effect on his leg to create space under the leg. So he has the leg in my backside, and once I have that, I do a big and long hip escape, stretching his leg and creating that space. If you're a white belt and you're starting, I send both of my legs inside with two hooks, and now from here I can start stepping on the hips to recover my guard. If you are a little bit more advanced, you create that space and you can go directly into single leg X. Frame the hips. I turn sideways. When I'm turning sideways, he puts the knee on my back. I cannot push the knee inside my legs now. The knee is heavy. So now I do a big and long hip escape to create the space. And once I have that space, I can go in single leg X and start my attacks from here. Same thing from here, different angle. I frame the hips. I start turning sideways. When I turn sideways, my opponent puts the foot up on my back. The knee in front of me now is really heavy. I cannot push the leg inside my legs. What I do is I do a very long hip escape, pushing his legs. If I'm a white belt, I can just send my knees and my hooks in, and I work my guard from here. If I'm a little bit more advanced, one leg in, one leg out, and I can be in single leg X, starting to play single leg X guard from here. And now the other reaction. Same movement from the beginning, the elbow escape, hands on the hip. I turn to the side. When I'm going to put and push his knee, he puts that foot up, more or less in my belly button area. And the setup for my opponent now here is that he's trying to start to see my back, and he wants to either transition to my back, or also there's an arm bar here because this arm is up, and he can have some possibilities to attack here. The moment he does his hip shift and he puts this foot up, immediately I send my arm under his leg and I underhook his leg, his knee here. Okay, now I open my knee and either I kick him up, or because he wants my back or he wants my neck, he will start sending his weight forward. The moment I feel that, he will send his weight forward, I kick him in the butt using my arm as well. And I roll towards him, taking his leg, and I start coming up with his leg. From the other angle, I frame the hips. I'm going to start turning sideways because I want to perform my elbow escape. And he puts the foot up, keeping his knee on the floor on my back. I underhook his leg, cupping the knee. And now either I send him with my knee or he will start going forward to hunt my back. I knee kick him in the butt and I use my arm at the same time to send him overhead. I come up with his leg and I come up. Now either he's going to give me an exposed back or he's going to turn to me to play guard.